So if you could change one thing about men's fashion,
Okay.
what would that be?
I think that I would focus more on and have change the focus from being what is cutting edge on women's fashion and how they mimic that in men's fashion,
Okay.
and change it more towards the comfort of man.
Okay. That sounds like a great idea.
What is really, truly, and honestly comfortable to us, and not what is supposed to be comfortable by somebody else's standards. Not what a woman finds to be comfortable. Therefore, men should find it to be comfortable, which doesn't necessarily happen all the time, but there are some instances of it. But what is really, truly, and honestly comfortable to a man, and showing the different variety of how men are, just like women, extremely different and extremely. There's a huge variety of different type, if you will, if you really want to put it in that sort of sense, of men. Because in the men's common fashion, if you will, if you can even say that there is a men's common fashion.
Is there a men's common fashion? Fashion as the word.
Fashion would be the optimal word there. No, I don't think there is. I think there are men types, and I mean, there is higher fashion for men. That is a thing. But when it comes to common fashion, no, I don't think there is.
And you think there should be?
Absolutely. I think that's an entire market that is not being picked up on, because I mean, most men don't care.
Most men don't care. Why do you think that is, Charles?
Because they were taught not to. They were taught that growing up, you were taught by your peers and by potentially your father and the male figures in your life that you are a boy, you are a man, you are going to go outside and get dirty and roll in the mud, and whatever you're wearing just doesn't matter. Just who cares?
So should you care? Now that you're not a boy, and you're...
Oh, I care. I absolutely care.
And of your peers, do you think most people care? Of your generation?
Of my peers, yes and no. A lot of the guys, they show that they care about their own fashion sense, if you will, in different ways. So some of the guys that I hang out with here and there are just built, and they go to the gym 24/7, and that's what they do. They as it said, GTL, gym, tan, laundry kind of thing. That's what they do, and that's their sense of them expressing their fashion, because they are always going to be wearing whatever shirt they put on is going to be extra, 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 extra tight, and that is their fashion statement right there.
Interesting. Is it comfortable, you think, for them?
I mean, I would think not. It seems like it'd be very constricting. Very just straining on the fabric and on their body, and I would personally feel uncomfortable. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I love my t-shirts tight at a certain point in time, depending on the time of the year. But to wear a tight t-shirt every single day of your life because you have the muscles to do it and they rip out of your shirt, it's just unnecessary.
Do you feel that men, while he's standing next to his woman, if she were to be what would be considered well-dressed, do you think that the men are equally as well-dressed, or could be equally as well-dressed if they are not wearing a suit?
Yes. I know that I personally, I don't like going out when I have a girlfriend, or if I'm going out with a female friend. I don't like going out when she's dressed to the nine, if you will, and I'm not. I refuse.
How do you get dressed to the nine? What would be it now, as we see men's fashion now? What would be dressed to the nines for you? What would you be wearing if you were dressed to the nines?
So It really really depends on where I'm going. I have. I mean, personally, I will walk out the house in my dress shoes, depending on what pair of dress shoes I really want to wear that day. Probably depends on where we're going, but khakis or jeans, depending on the type of jeans that I'm where I'm going again. So if I'm going out to like DC, probably wear a vest, a nicer shirt, something that I obviously shows that I care about what I'm wearing, and I care about what fashion statement I make towards other people, what other people see me as, and really nice jeans, honestly.
Do you think most guys, or do you think guys in general should care more about what they wear? You are a guy that does, and as you said earlier, most guys do not care. But do you think they should care?
Yes, I mean, I think that that should be important to them. I mean, I think that men have the. I don't want to offend, but men have a unfortunate disposition to not have all of the cards, if you will, and that's not saying in their head. It's more along the lines of, so you have, for women, there is 6 different facial washes. There is 18 different types of makeup that you can have in your makeup kit alone, and that's not even covering everything. Creams, different types of lotions. There's a different type of lotion for different parts of your body. There's eye lotion, there's facial lotion, there's hand lotion, there's body lotion, there's body butter. Yeah. But for that being said, you can keep on going down a line of just all the personal grooming stuff that women do on a daily basis to get ready to go out. For me, and for actually, not for me personally, but for a lot of men, you shave, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you walk away, and that's about it. I love a lot of guys who, like, I will put on an aftershave gel to make sure everything is kind of like, I don't know, just feels better, I guess, to me.
Feeling better.
Feels
yeah.
cleaner.
So it feels good when you take and pamper yourself a bit.
Yeah. And a lot of men don't do it.
As well it should, yeah.
So like I'll go get get a manicure, get a pedicure, make sure that I take really good care of my appearance, because my appearance is what sells me. My appearance is everything. And a lot of guys, we understand that that's what it is. So we will put something together and like mash it together, and hopefully this Play-Doh hodgepodge will work. But sometimes it doesn't. And we just, at a certain point in time, don't care enough. Now, I mean, I personally, like I said, I wake up in the morning, I shave, I wash my face, I lotion up, I put lotion everywhere, different types of lotions that I have.
So you've joined into the lotion vibration as the women have. Have you been inspired by a woman, or just from your own sensibilities as a man?
My life has been heavily influenced by the women in my life. My mom, my sisters, my grandmother, most of my female friends are very strong females in their community and stuff like that.
So do you think that women would be the ones to influence a change in men's attention to grooming and
Absolutely.
fashion and all of that?
Absolutely.
So if I were to play this video, I probably should be playing it to women mostly rather than men, you think?
I think that yes. Well, yes and no. I think that it should be played to both. I think that men should pay attention to the fact that if they do care, then they should show that they care. And I think women should pay attention to the fact that we're puppies You lead us along. Like that's just what we do. I mean, a
Well-
woman says go do this, and you're like, all right, well, I don't want to do it, but I probably should, so I'm gonna go do it.
Well, Charles, I think you've been a very good puppy here
Thank you.
this afternoon, and I hope to see you again on our channel. We'll come back another time. Maybe you can tell us about maybe some ideas that you have in changing men's fashion, and maybe you can also talk to some of your guy friends and help them along over to the side of women, so to speak, and getting them to care more. I get the feeling that you would like to see more guys care
Yes.
about the grooming and the fashion and everything. As you said earlier, it is a self-representation,
Exactly.
so to speak, right? So I want to thank you so much
Thank you for
again
having me.
for talking to us here at A Man's Dress, and we'll see you again.
Absolutely.
Next time, perhaps you'll be wearing a manch.
We'll see.
Okay, Charles. So long. Thanks. Bye.
Absolutely.